Hi, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Conversation Series from Air Cargo Africa 2025. Myself, Libin, Chacko, Kurian from Stat Media Group. We are here in Nairobi right now. Right now, I'm sitting down for a video interview with the Managing Director of XCR Airport. This is an international cargo airport in France, situated in Central Europe. It is 150 kilometers east to the city of Paris. Fabrice, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you. What brings you to Africa? What are you looking for here in Africa?
Actually, when we're looking about the market, in fact, for air freight, most of the import we receive is from China. And in fact, Africa have a special links with Europe and especially with France. So for me, it was, let's say, like something normal to come to Nairobi, in fact, to promote the airport, because as we change the name, as we change the management team, is to promote the airport because we want to attract some carriers from Africa, because there is a huge development that can be coming in the next years for Africa. So that's why I decided to promote the airport and come to expose here in Nairobi.
Okay. How is your experience here in Nairobi and Air Cargo Africa 2025? You have a booth here, and this is the second day. How was the event for you?
Actually, it was 2 good days with good meetings and good prospect. And there is a lot of people who do not know XCR Airport. So it was the moment to come and to show that we are here. We can be an alternative to the international airports that we have in Europe, compared to CDG, Liège, or Amsterdam, or Frankfurt. In fact, we can operate 24 hours a day. So this is a big advantage because we have no curfew and we have no noise restrictions. So it means that we can accept all type of aircraft all day long, all night long.
Okay. You said this is built for cargo airport. 25 years ago it was built. Give us an idea about what is the kind of infrastructure available at the airport.
Okay, in terms of infrastructure, we have 3 separate terminals. We have one which is dedicated to passenger. This terminal was built in the late 2010. We have one which is dedicated to operation and to business flights. And we have 2 warehouses which are dedicated to cargo. One of 4,000 square meters, which is under temperature control for +2, +8 temperature control goods. And we have a warehouse of 8,000 square meters dedicated to general cargo.
Okay. Give us an idea about what are the type of cargo that you handle right now. What is the kind of operations that you have? Who are your clients? Who are the carriers coming to your airport right now? And you mentioned China. So is that predominant mainly China that is coming from? Give us an idea about that.
Actually, we have one airline which is based in XCR, which is FTL airline, which is a French airline, which is operating an Airbus 330 converted. And they operated flights from XCR to China for e-commerce as of now. We have also Magma, which is coming on a weekly basis for e-commerce also. And we have a lot of small charter, which are coming from for automotive markets and last minute or express shipment. Okay. So most of the traffic we have as of now is dedicated to e-commerce.
Okay, you said you are trying to attract more carriers to your airport. What is the competitive advantage that your airport offers to some of these carriers? Because there are several big cargo hubs there in that region. But if some African carrier or any carrier that flies to Africa, they want to come to your airport, and what is the competitive advantage that you offer to some of these carriers?
Actually, the main advantage for carriers to come from Africa to XCR is that we can handle, in fact, perishables, because we have also the phytosanitarian services for to import into Europe. And also the fact that we as an airport, we also run the airport premises, but we're also handling the ramp assistance and the cargo warehouse. So for a carrier, it will be much more simple because we have one simple point of contact. Instead of searching for granulars and ramp assistance, everything is done in-house, and so it will simplify the system.
And how is your airport connected to other parts of the Europe, and how fast some of this cargo can be moved from your airport to some of the consumption areas or the manufacturing centers, wherever they want to go?
Actually, most of the activity is more dedicated on import from China. In fact, we have a lot of truck carriers which are coming just for the imports from XCR to the final destination: Frankfurt, Liège, Amsterdam, CDG. But in fact, that's why we are promoting here is to have a company which will implement some flights to have a balance between import and export. And in that case, we have a lot of trucking company which are interested to implement also a network and link XCR with the rest of Europe. Because it's quite simple, as we are only 2 hours away from Paris, it's quite simple to implement something.
Okay, what is the future of the airport that you're envisioning in next 5 years? What is the type of investment, or what is the type of infrastructure that you want to build or to help some of these carriers move their hub to your airport?
Actually, in the next 5 years, what is planned is also to upgrade the temperature control room, because as of now it's +2, +8 degrees, and we want to also upgrade it to +15, 25, to have also pharmaceutical and perishable in the same range of temperature. And so this will be, I think, the main cost, and also upgrading the general cargo warehouse to support the activity with new system, the digitalization of the system, and make sure that we will be on a state-of-the-art warehouse for the carriers.
You mentioned perishables. Africa has a lot of perishables to export, and right now Europe is the biggest market for most of the African perishables. For example, from Kenya, a lot of flowers flies to Amsterdam, Liège, and Brussels, for example. How do you think your airport can attract some of those cargo?
I think we can attract this cargo because as we are doing everything in-house, the minimum connection time between air to truck is reduced. So just to give you an example, when the aircraft land, okay, within the next 3 hours, we are able to dispatch the truck with custom documentation done. So it will permit also the time gain into the process in-house. We'll offer also the flexibility to carriers to have XCR as an alternative and not going for any other major airports.
I believe e-commerce is the main vertical for you right now, and you are trying to build perishables, and I can see pharmaceuticals also mentioned. What are the other verticals that you are focused on as of now?
Actually, we're also making some outsized cargo, because we have the flexibility, and we have also all the partnership with for the cranes and so on. So we are able to handle all type of cargo, from express to perishable to dangerous goods also, because we are able to handle every kind of dangerous goods, and even radioactive or explosive, and also the outside. So as an example, last week we move on the last minute for a shipper. We move a ship engine of 16 tons. So we have the cranes, we have the equipment to handle all type of cargo.
Okay. Tell me a bit about your experience. For example, I noticed that you worked with FedEx for 20 years, close to 20 years, and then you have been with Qatar, I believe, and then also Airbus you have been working with. So give us an idea about how this experience is helping you to build or how improve the cargo offerings at your airport.
Actually, as a managing director, I'm not coming from the commercial or from executive position, so I'm just coming from operation. So I know exactly what will be the need from the airline, what they are expecting from an airport in terms of serving them. So that's why I move a lot of change in terms of process and in terms of training, in terms of documentation, in fact, to offer a maximum of services that will be in line with the expectation of the customer.
You have always been in France, and whenever you were working for FedEx and Airbus, also Qatar, right?
Yeah.
So give an idea about how the cargo operations or the cargo ecosystem in your country has evolved, where you have been in touch, because it's been 20, 25, close to 30 years now?
Yes, 30 years now.
Yeah.
It evolved. You know, I saw the evolution even for the Express, because 20 years within FedEx, I saw the evolution of the Express and the relative product, because at the beginning it was only small packages, and then in fact also this integrator moved for heavy pieces. Okay, so as of now, in the last 30 years, I saw that there is a lot of needs, and the demand is extreme from the customer. So now they are requesting, when you are shipping even on air cargo, is to receive the proper date when the shipment will arrive at destination, which was not the same 30 years ago. When you are shipping air cargo, it will come when it will come. So now there is a time pressure even for the air cargo.
What is your vision for the whole air cargo system with the experience that you have? What is the biggest disruption that you're seeing right now? Because e-commerce is becoming big, as you mentioned. Also, new technologies are coming in. So what do you see as the thing that, as a journalist, I'm looking for something new. So I should be expecting in the next 5 years.
Actually, what I think the demand from the customer will be to be able to track everything. So the digitalization and the on-time performance of the carrier will be, I think, the need and the must they're going to have to provide to their customer. And I think the major disruption we have as of now is probably the e-commerce, because it has impact a lot the air cargo industry, because the flights are coming full from China, and they're departing almost empty. And the problem is, when they are selling their capacity out of Europe, for example, they are selling at price that are so low that it creates a competition with the legacy carrier, which is unfair.
Okay. Fabrice, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.